this week I went through my YouTube channels, the people that I subscribe to, and I subscribe to probably over 500. Most of them are music, but there's other ones. There's architecture, there's history, there is art, and railroading, model railroading, and regular trains. I got a lot of different things that interest me, and I'm sure there's some other real weird things in there. But I was looking, and I was shocked at how many of these channels really don't exist anymore. They haven't made videos in 2, 3, 4 years. I've been in the VC, I think, for 4 years. I was probably watching videos a little bit before that and began, to subscribe to people. And it was just amazing at how many channels are no more. And when I think about it, when I started, we had, I had people, hey, I'm doing this with, you kind of become friends, you get to know each other, you're all growing up at the same time, and they all slowly disappear. And why? What happens? What happens with the channel? And it kind of comes down, I guess my thought was the 5 no's. The 5 no's. No views, no comments, no subs, no time, no ideas. 5 no's that I think happen to so many channels, and not all of them maybe, but the frustration sets in. It's not easy. Some aspects of doing this is very easy. I turn it on, I talk, okay. But there's more that goes into it. And I think oftentimes someone will go in and go, I want to do that. That's how it was for me. I watched someone do this and go, well, I want to do that. That's what I'm going to do. What do I know about it? Nothing. Does it matter? Nah, it can't be that hard. And I also like to think that I'm a prime example. Someone will watch my video and they go, well, that guy can do it. Anybody can do it. And you're right. Anybody can do it. It really, truly, but you have to have some patience and you have to think about things. It just doesn't just have, you don't turn it on and suddenly, I'm subbing to this guy. There's some channels that are like that. I would say Dylan from Noble Records is one that took off extremely fast, faster than anybody I've ever seen, and continues to grow. Why? He has the it factor. That it factor is, I watch that, he's personable, he seems to know what he's talking about, he shows some exciting things, but he doesn't do anything fancy. It's like he's having a conversation with me. It seems very friendly. And when I met him a couple weeks ago, he is very friendly. He's a really nice guy. But he has the it factor. Most of us don't have an it factor. Most of us, we have to just figure this out by ourselves. People aren't naturally drawn to us. We have to figure out some other way. And so I was thinking about this. I go, let's do a video and talk about this. Now, we're also doing a beer video because I have a mango cart. I still have some of this bean flicker beer, but the last time I showed bean flicker beer, I was told that really means something very sexual. Now, I didn't think about that. I just thought it's talking about vanilla beans. There's vanilla beans in here. What are you talking about? As usual, the viewers have to help me understand, no, there's sexual innuendo with that. No kidding. Really? Oh, one of those moments. So, all right, mango cart. Go ahead. Start telling me what is sexual about this one. Okay? You're going to have to work for it this time, I guess. All right. Let's get into this. So let's go through the first no. No views. That is a frustration. You do a video, you're excited about the video, you post that video. A couple days later, you have 2, 3, 4 views. If you've been in it for a year, 30 views, 40 views. And you sit there trying to figure out why. Why isn't anybody watching me? I got good stuff. I'm interesting. I'm fun. What's the deal? And you can watch those YouTube videos that tell you, here's what you need to do to get more subscribers. First off, maybe put up a thumbnail. You should have a thumbnail to grab their attention. When they post up, there it is. It's a thumbnail. And thumbnails are fun. Obviously, I kind of find thumbnails confusing because I like to see the face of the person. Otherwise, I just think it's something else. It actually doesn't bring me in whatsoever. Some will say, the opening, that opening should be like a 20-second synopsis of what they're going to see on this video. I've been told that. Or there's great graphics. It opens up and there's this phenomenal editing going on, and it's like you're watching a movie here. I mean, it's just coming at you. Baraka P. Dub, have you ever seen his? His is awesome. I mean, it is like watching a movie. But everything else, maybe it helps. But let me tell you, I've done thumbnails. I didn't get any more views than anything else. I was trying them for a while. I've done the little synopsis at the beginning, and then go into my introduction. It didn't really matter. Now, maybe that's just me. Experts say it does. YouTube experts say it does. Maybe not for the vinyl community. I don't know. But sometimes we can get caught up with gimmicks. And, when it really comes down to more, just making sure we're genuine. Making sure that we're having a conversation with you. We're sitting down. For many it can be very nerve-wracking. They don't like doing this. This is not their thing. For me, that's not the case, and that's a plus. But you just have to think about it. So look, I'm just staring at myself in a camera. What the hell? I mean, no one else is looking at me right now. It's just me looking at me talking. How hard can that be? Seriously. Yeah, if you have a cat, cats are good. There's my cat. Cats bring in people. I just FYI, especially if they're ornery and just kind of pissy like mine, then it works well. But here's something, do you use hashtags? You put those in my description. Usually I put in hashtags for a variety of things. I don't know. I think it works. I think it helps. I don't know. I just do it. Someone said do it, so I did it. That's one thing I can kind of do. I rarely, once in a while, I do thumbnails. But I was trying to do fancy and creative ones. I got an app to do it. I don't think it made one bit of difference. Some of it was kind of fun, but yeah. So there is, for views. Remember, if you want to get them interested, it really is having a conversation. Making sure that they say, okay, this guy's not trying to be something more. He's not trying to be a showman. There's nothing wrong with someone being a showman. They can entertain you. But is it a shtick? Will that shtick last? Or do you need to move on to something else? No comments. No comments can be a rough one. You do a video and nobody says a word. Nothing. Huh? That kind of sucks. I guess no one really cared about it. Yeah, the biggest thing I can ever say about comments is when you get one, make sure you answer it. Answer your comments. I average maybe 60 comments, and I'll answer them all. I've talked about many times Melinda Murphy. She answers every comment. Vinyl Richie, he answers every single comment, and he gives a lot of them. So Sam Vinyl Douche answers every single comment. Some of these people get a lot of them. It is important to make sure. Don't just drop a love on there. A love to me basically is just, I don't want to answer it. This is the fast, easy way. Love your comment. Oh, bullshit. If that's all you're given, did you really love it? Did it mean that much to you? And you know what? There's huge channels. It is difficult. They're working or whatever. It's very difficult to answer all those comments. Myself, I dedicate time to do it. This is my time during the day. I'm going to work on this and try to get the comments answered within a timely manner. So But that's the first. The other thing, if you want comments, comment on other videos. If you're not watching other videos, don't expect to grow. If you just think everyone's going to come in and just watch you because you're freaking cool, it doesn't happen. You need to go out and you need to watch others, and you need to create conversation. Start commenting, talking. Hey, I like this. This is interesting. Here's something about that group. Whatever it might be. Most of mine tend to be pretty satirical, but it is creating a conversation. Then that person's going to remember you, and there's nothing even wrong. So I got a channel. I like when people tell me I have a channel, because I don't know. I don't know if you have a channel or not. If you tell me I do, and guess what's going to happen? I'm going to sub you. I'm going to sub you, and I'm going to watch you, because you're watching me. You're commenting with me. By God, I want to do the same for you. And I will. And, that's how you start to create. It's a community. And, other people, you don't have to be in the vinyl community. This could be anything. This could be the railroad community, the book community, whatever the case is. But you need to make sure we do this. It is about creating a connection. Connecting with other people and getting to know them. And the comments is the best way to do it. And just the other part, it's just, you just need to be engaged. You need to be engaged with these and keeping up with them. So that's how you can start getting comments. You just got to make sure they're answering them and then talking to other people. And they will come back and they will talk with you. You may not get tons, but you got to start somewhere. That's how I started. No subs. That's as a frustration. You go on. It took me. I thought, oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. My first year, maybe a couple hundred. It builds. You just have to keep at it. You have to keep going. It takes time. And, we all want to have it faster. We want to get them in. We want this group of subs. Suddenly, I got 1,000. Yay. It doesn't happen that way unless you have the it factor. You got an it factor, man, you're going to get them. But guess what? Most of us don't have the it factor. You have to work for it. You need to be patient. So many. We're going to do a contest for 50 subs. The contest, there's nothing wrong with them, but if you want more subs, it goes back to the second point. Start watching other people and start commenting on them. Oftentimes, I will watch a brand new channel. I'll watch a number of new channels that pop up in my feed. I don't know who they are, and I write comments to them. This just goes back to there. And they don't comment back. They don't say anything. I give them a comment. These are channels where they got 30. I got 40. There only might be a couple comments. They don't bother writing back. Well, guess what? I'm not subbing you. I don't care. It isn't like you're so busy you couldn't answer a couple comments. You're kind of blowing it off. If you want the subs, you got to put in the work with it. You got to interact. Interaction is so important to get more subs. It just doesn't happen. I also find be consistent with your videos. Now, I am to a fault consistent. Sunday at 5 o'clock, Sunday morning, 5 o'clock, it's on. It's coming on. I get it ready and it's ready to go. That's how I just like to organize. If my Thursday, I'll always have a midweek. 5 a.m. generally, maybe 6 a.m. on that one. I like to keep it a little more exciting. I put it to 6 once in a while so you can sleep in. And then I'll drop like this one on a Tuesday. I don't like doing 3 generally, but if I have something that doesn't fit into these other 2, what I do, because these other 2 are specific on what I try to do. Yeah, I'm that strict with how I do things. I'll put in a 3rd one, like this one, which is just me talking and maybe no one's watching. Maybe. But being consistent. You want subs, you need to be relaxed. Again, it's enjoying, it's being engaged in what you're doing. And just don't worry about making mistakes. I swear to God, most of my viewers, they tune in just to see what am I going to blow and what am I going to flub, and that's great. And they'll call me out on it, and that's fantastic. It doesn't matter. It's my channel. I'm going to mess it up, man. I'm going to tell you, I am going to give you some fake news. I didn't know it was fake maybe at the time, but it sure is. But don't worry about it. You blow something. Don't beat yourself up. Oh my God, it's A-okay. You know, it just doesn't matter. That's not affecting you. But, you know, you have to be patient. Subs come along. You know, I've been 4 years now and I'm over, you know, it's over 3,000. That's not a huge channel, but it's bigger than a lot of them. They look, oh, someday I want to be that way. Well, I've worked at it. You know, just trying to be very consistent, trying to answer everyone, trying to talk to other channels. You know, I'm always out. I want to reach out to new channels. But give me a new channel, you don't answer back to people. Don't expect them to tune in. It's not going to happen, you know? No time. That's our fourth no. And this does take time. It absolutely do. And you have kids, this is rough to do. And you have to figure it out. You know, a good way is always, if you really want to do it, record when you can, set up a date. You can schedule it in there, schedule it for when you want it to pop in. You don't have to put it as a premiere. I mean, I don't give a crap if it's a premiere. Oh God, I'm gonna tune in. I'll watch it when I watch it. But if you like premieres, do it. You know what? Because I am not an expert. I've slipped in the Holiday Inn, and I just think I am. Okay, so, and I digress as usual. But time is tough. It does take time. It takes time to watch other videos. If you're not watching other people's videos and you're not interacting, here we go back to number 2 and number 3, you know, you're going to have a tough go. You need to be part of it. It's a community. For what we're in, vinyl community, is a vinyl community. You need to be a part of the community. Don't expect, I did videos, why isn't people watching it? You got to put in time to do it. It has taken away from me. I used to do a ton of reading, and I have cut my reading to an hour a day, generally from about 3 to 4 hours. I used to read a lot of magazines. Don't read any. Don't have time. Why? I am watching videos. I'm watching vinyl community videos. I generally will watch them during the weekday as I'm preparing doing spreadsheets and that, you know, preparing myself for work. 3 to 4 hours in the morning. You know, generally 6 o'clock, I start watching the videos and trying to catch up with everybody. But I put in the time to do it, and I'm creating conversations and I'm talking with people. So it does take that. And it just takes time. Now, if you have kids, I get it, and it's hard. And a lot of people do leave because they just don't have it. Their job's too demanding. They can't get it in, and they become very inconsistent. And when you're very inconsistent with your videos, you're not going to grow as fast. When they know this is coming out, you're going to grow quicker. It makes a difference. Otherwise, it's so sporadic, it's really hard. People forget about you. You get kind of pushed to the wayside. Final one, no ideas. And I hear that all the time. All right, we're coming up with a new idea. I got to create something. We're going to try this. And that's great. You should have new ideas. Me, I haven't had a new idea in 4 years. My early morning Sunday show is about my new finds. My Thursday show is about things that I had my collection before the flood that I brought back in, something I used to have, so it's not like new to me. There we go. Yeah, that's it. I don't sweat it. I don't sweat that I don't have any other new ideas. I don't care. I have my core audience. This is what they watch. This is what they look at, and it's great. And it's always important. Show a record. I showed a record. Okay, now we can chalk this as an official. I showed records. So ideas. There's threads. There's so many threads out there. If you want to do threads, you could do it forever. Doug Anderson, he does some great videos. He really watches the threads. Brian, Embryonic Robot, does all these threads. Chris Profi comes up with all these threads. It's a great way. You don't know what to do. You want to get in there, do the threads. Try to be consistent. I wouldn't try to do one every day. If you do one every day, guess what's going to happen? No one's going to watch you every day. unless they are in love with you and they're stalking you. Then they may watch you every day, but they may eventually come over to your house and kill you too. So think about that one. But if you're doing it every day, don't expect to grow a lot, because you just go, oh God, there it is. You can't watch it. There's not enough time. You got to think about that. So, and if you want, it's your channel. If you want to do it every day, that's fine. I'm just giving you my own personal opinion, which is worth maybe 10 cents. But, you know, it's, you know, the other thing you got to think about is sometimes, you know, thinking ideas, well, I got to get some new records to show. This can be expensive, and don't fall into that rabbit hole. I got to go out and buy some records so I have something to show. Stay away from it. I will say I have spent more on records since I've been doing these videos. I absolutely have. Now, have I rated my 401k? No, I have not. What's happened is I used to buy first edition books. I don't really buy the first edition books. I put my focus onto this. I'd love to make a model railroad. Guess what? I don't have the funds, or I have to do that. I'd have to stop buying so many records. Records is what brings me my happiness. So right now, that's what I'm doing. But don't fall into, I got to go get something. I got to go get something. Stay away from that. It can cost you a lot, because this can be very expensive to do, really expensive to do. And some other channels, it's even worse. But don't, you know, ideas are out there. Contests, enter these contests. Again, it's a great way to get to know them. Let them know you got a channel. There's nothing wrong with telling someone, I got a channel. So, and you know, some people get upset with your channel. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. I personally don't. On my openings on Sunday, it says, won't you be my subscriber? Because I did a Mr. Rogers thing, and I've always kept that in there. I'll never ask you, and never have. But if you do, that's fine. That's up to you. If it's building. If it's not building, then why, you know, what good does it do? And kind of look at that. Look at your metrics. Look at those metrics. I think metrics are great. Look at the time. When do people shut you off? I do a long opening every time. Guess what? I get shut down by 33% of the people have a hard time getting past a couple minutes of me. That's, you know, but then you watch how it goes. I show my best stuff right away, because that's when the most people are watching. By the end of my video, they're not watching. If I show my best stuff at the end, no one's going to stay. It's still going to be the same. Try it. Do it. Change it up. Watch how your graph goes. Did it make a difference? That's what metrics are for. You can measure yourself. You can measure what you're doing. You can see, is this the best way to do it? The beauty of those graphs that are on, you know, YouTube analytics. They're there for a reason, to help you. You just need to use them correctly. And that's why I put my best stuff forward, and my stuff that's kind of not, you know, as exciting toward the very end. And my diehards will still be watching it, and I appreciate them to no extent. But be consistent. Be relaxed on what you're doing. Don't get really uptight. Don't worry about mistakes. You know what? It's about humor. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. A mistake's funny. It can be great. It's, you know, just wonderful. You know, and the other thing is just, you know, how long do you want to make it? I make long videos. I could probably do better if I made shorter videos, but my Sunday show is going to be 30 minutes. I'm going to show you 7 records, and it takes me 30 freaking minutes. It doesn't matter. It just takes 30 minutes. So everyone knows it's going to be 30 minutes. I tried to make the other one shorter. This one's gone longer than I wanted. I wanted it under 20. Am I going to edit it? Hell no. Way it is. Maybe I'll take out 2 words. I don't know. So that's my thoughts. Yeah, it's a bummer to see a lot of people, you know, channels that I just deleted out because they no longer make videos. There are people that I consider friends that I talk to, but you get frustrated. This can be very frustrating to do. All I can tell you is, don't let it be frustrating. Enjoy it. Do it for you. Don't do it for everyone else. Do it for you. Call it your own personal diary. The more you keep doing it, the more comfortable you become. But interact with others. That's the best I can tell you. So maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. Again, what do I know? I am no expert on this. I just do this because it's a lot of fun, you know. And yeah, I have a good time. Thanks, everyone. drop by on Thursday. I'll be very consistent between 5 and 6 and Sunday at 5. Bye.